What is up, y'all? Today we're going to be doing a arm workout all in bed. Well, mostly in bed. So first I have an 8-pound dumbbell, a 5-pound dumbbell, which is that red one, and then a 2.5-pound plate that usually goes on a barbell. And the first exercise I'm going to go through is just this arm raise. I don't really know what it's called, but it's just an arm raise, I guess. So we're just going to do several of these, and yeah. Now the next workout we're gonna do is another arm raise, but it's just gonna be more off to the side. There really is no reps, certain amount of reps or certain amount. You see my face right there? That's how you know, like, when it starts hurting, like it starts burning, and I'm close, like to where I'm starting to like it's starting to become where I can get to failure. That's where I'm like, okay, I'll do maybe 10 more once it starts burning really bad, and then that's when I stop. So I'm gonna do the same thing with my right or my left arm. Just gonna be putting it up and down, and then we're just gonna go through the same sequence of then switching to sideways. Now I don't really take many like rests in between my exercises. That's because I would like to fatigue faster and just reach failure faster, so that way I'm not repping out a whole bunch of reps and I'm still like, not really tired. So I just do that personally. But if it was a leg day, I definitely would be taking rest in between exercises. But since it's arm day and the burn doesn't hurt that bad because the muscles are smaller, I just go ahead and just kind of go through my exercise without much rest because I don't necessarily need it. But you don't have to do it that way. It's just how I do it. Okay, now I've switched it to the side and I'm really just focusing on my form and my mind to muscle connection so I can really feel it. Um, and that's really what's going to help me be able to get the most out of this workout. So that's what I try to do for everyone. Now we're going to switch on to this one. This is a overhead press and I'm holding with an 8-pound dumbbell and I'm holding a 5-pound dumbbell in my right arm and I'm just going through the motion with it. Um, but that tension from the red dumbbell is what's keeping my biceps engaged while I'm working on the other one. So that way it's just not I'm working on one arm at a time. And with this, it's a little messy. I mean, it's not perfect. I kind of switch around with different exercises, but that's just the part of the process of like figuring out what it is that you feel like is you like to do and what you don't like to do. So this is a definitely an in bed workout, but it we're just going through the motions. So it's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be the same exercises for both arms. I kind of just feel for what I want to do. Um, but yeah. Okay, so here I'm switching over to my right arm and I'm just going with that 8-pound dumbbell doing some bicep curls. Not the full extension because again I'm in bed, so my arm is kind of limited to the range of motion, but it still is engaging my biceps. And I'm just going through with it. Now I'm switching over to my red one because my arm's starting to get fatigued, and that's really a good way that I just kind of maximize as much as my strength that I can. Is I start off with something heavier, and then once it starts to like burn a little bit, then I go to something lighter so I can max out a couple more reps before I hit failure. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do those same overhead presses but on my right side now with the 5-pound dumbbell just like I did on my left side. And again, just focusing on form, mind to muscle connection, and trying to, feel what it is that I'm doing. And yeah. This is the little water break portion, so go ahead and get your water and get you some sips in, and we will continue in 3, 2, 1. Now, these tricep extensions were definitely a challenge. Um, you'll start to see that it was a challenge the longer that it goes into me doing this. But I'm again just focusing on that mind to muscle connection, really trying to find that feeling. So and yeah, you could see it in my face that it's really just really starting to burn. But these work really, really good for getting my triceps very defined and growing the muscle in my triceps. So had to bring these out for this workout. And yeah. And I went ahead and did the same thing where I do this until it starts to like become too difficult and I start compromising my form. And as soon as I start compromising my form, just like you see here, I switch to that red dumbbell, the 5 pound. So I go from the 8 pound to the 5 pound, and now I have a little bit of relief, so I could keep my form intact. But given the fact that I'm fatigued, it still burns. And now I'm just gonna finish it off with 10 push-ups. I'm just going ahead and doing my push-ups. These are assisted push-ups. They're not full on like the full push-ups with my legs stretched out. These are on my knees because this is where I'm at right now, and I really just want to get my form right. So I'm doing what I can. That is going to conclude my workout. My arms are so weak right now because of everything that I just did. But very, 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 very glad that I was able to get that done. I'm probably going to try to do more videos like this. So definitely, definitely, stay tuned. But yeah, my socials are always in the description. My socials and my website is always in the description box below if you want to check it out. And yeah, that was my mostly in bed arm workout. And I hope y'all enjoyed. And I will see y'all in the next video. Peace. Bye.